Just imagine, a morning where everything in the world seems normal. The sun is rising, people are busy preparing for their day, but one important thing is missing: the internet. You pick up your phone, the home screen is on, but there is no Wi-Fi symbol, no notification, no message. As if the world's voice suddenly stopped. If the internet was never invented, then what shape would our life, our world, and our future take? This is today's biggest and most interesting hypothetical world of what-if history. What you're about to see in this video is What If History. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure to do it now. And don't forget to like the video. If the internet didn't exist, the first impact would be on the speed of our daily life. You may not realize it, but the entire pace, flow, and system of our current life depends on the internet. From banking to education, calls to news, business to entertainment, everything flows on these rivers of data. Without it, the world's pace would slow down so much that today's human might feel as if the entire world had fallen into suffocation, that if the internet didn't exist, people would revert to letters. It would take days for a message to reach, weeks for a reply. Relationships would weaken, distances would grow, and a time would come when a person would be limited to the people of their own city. The same people, the same faces, the same circumstances, no global connection, no global relationship. News would also become a different world. Today, wars, accidents, politics, cricket matches, all come to us with moment-to-moment news. But without the internet, news would reach newspapers or TV hours or even days later. The world would run more on rumors than truth because the speed of information would be slow and falsehoods would live much longer. Without social media, gatherings among humans might increase, people would see each other's faces more, but the truth is that the internet has given voice to millions of people. Thousands who lived in anonymity would never have come forward. Poetry, art, songs, ideas, all would remain hidden. Without the internet, the world might be more peaceful, but that peaceful world would also be somewhat silent and limited. Even the great political revolutions of the world might never have happened. An event like the Arab Spring, which changed the entire map of the Middle East, would not have been possible without social media. The voice of the people could never have spread so quickly. Governments would be stronger, people weaker. The force of freedom movements would diminish, and the world's politics would fall 30 years behind. Its impact on education would be devastating. The internet has freed knowledge from the streets, neighborhoods, cities, and borders of countries. Today, a child sitting in Pakistan listens to an MIT lecture. A student can complete an entire degree from home. Without the internet, knowledge would remain a privilege of the rich. Young people in poor countries would lag far behind in the race for progress. Without the internet, the business landscape would change completely. Amazon, Google, Facebook, TikTok, Netflix, none of these companies would exist. The world's billionaires would be different. The biggest powers of the world in 2025 would not be tech companies, but rich industrial countries. E-commerce, digital marketing, online business, all would disappear. The entire global business would be limited to a few large multinational companies. If the 2020 pandemic had happened without the internet, the world would have been destroyed. People would be trapped in their homes, but education would stop, work would stop, business would end, hospital systems would collapse, millions would suffer from mental pressure. We might still be struggling to recover from this crisis. The internet played the biggest role in saving humanity. In terms of love, the world would be slower but more sincere. Without the internet, long-distance relationships would be difficult. People would write their hearts out in letters. Relationships would develop slowly but be stronger. But at the same time, many people would remain alone because the internet has given millions the opportunity to meet people they would never meet in real life. Friendship would also change strangely. People would talk more sitting together, but their thinking would be limited. Today, we meet people from all over the world and change our thoughts, see new cultures, learn new ideas. Without the internet, a person's mental development would be halved. The scene of crime would also change. There would be no cybercrime, but stopping terrorism would be almost impossible. The internet has given intelligence agencies a major tool for communication and surveillance. The world might seem safer, but on the real level, it would be more dangerous. The journey of medical science would also stop. Today, hospital systems, files, data, complete serials, reports, all are on the internet. Without the internet, doctors would not have the complete history of patients, research would be slow, information about global epidemics would come late, and life expectancy would decrease. The existence of artificial intelligence would be impossible. No ChatGPT, no robotics, no language translation tools, no big data systems. Technological progress would remain 25 years behind. The whole world of progress would would be closed before the human brain. Without the internet, opportunities for young people would decrease. Today, a young person earns millions just from a mobile. Without the internet, he would be limited to 2 or 3 traditional professions. Poverty would increase, opportunities would decrease, and competition would remain limited to a few powerful people. Media would also change. Without the internet, the world would be at the mercy of a few big TV channels. Whatever they show, the world accepts. The voice of the common man would be lost somewhere. Pakistan, India, Africa, Asia, these entire regions have advanced because of the internet. Without the internet, these regions would fall 20 years behind in the journey of development. The map of power in the world would change completely. There would also be a difference in the world of sports. Streaming would not exist. Watching international competitions would be difficult. Cricketers, footballers, athletes, their fame would remain limited to a few countries. No viral moments, no historic clips. Without the internet, the world would certainly be less complicated, but much less connected. We would be more peaceful, but more limited. Less busy, but less powerful. In the end, the question is, would the world be better without the internet? Maybe a little more peaceful, but much less developed. Maybe silent, but much less fair. Maybe lighter, but much less connected. The internet has given us problems, but it has also given us a power that humanity has never felt before. This was today's What If history, a world where the internet was never made. Life might be less complicated, but it would never be as vast, powerful, and bright as it is today.